go through on my camera I can get through to y'all. I was just gonna get out my car, but something told me to just record a video on my camera and see if I can upload it to YouTube. I made a couple of messages and I ain't discouraged, but honey, I wrote it down. You know what? I'm gonna try this one more time before I call it a day. Going through what I went through helps me to be gracious, to be alive, embracing every moment and seeking God and His purpose for my life. How I am to share my gifts. God has a purpose for keeping me, and just man will not stand in the way. Just man is a woman or a man. When I told others how I believe and to pray, some were in denial, and maybe because some didn't take heed when being taught. I remember laughing in church and being corrected by God and a parent. And another occasion, while in my youth, I remember dancing to gospel and holy, and my great-grandma told me, don't dance like that to God's music. She also told me not to question Him or His authority, and those teachings has been installed since a child. Church was mandatory, sometimes privilege if we were in trouble. We can go to church, but if we were grounded on Kids Day, which was from church, we have to chores to get to go. But it was fun day, moonwalks, hay rides, and etc. And my great-grandma departed in 2002, so I had her teachings until 11 years old. So here's a little to where it all began, a small-town girl with big purpose and dreams. But I never gave up on hope and my beliefs, which is a firm foundation through Christ. I'd been here already if I didn't put others before myself or made a detour. Supporting others till my last. Giving every ounce of love into things that were only meant to be seasons. So it took me some time to release certain people, places, and things. And I look at it as time to grow and live my youth. And it took some mourning, many tears, sorrows, but it's well worth it for my well-being and for my purpose and calling. Whatever it is, a prophet is not knowledge in his own town. In fact, we are to go where there is no love, spread love and the teachings of Christ. The apostles who went before us, our ancestors, higher teachers, we all have fallen short of glory due to sin. So let's be consistent in confessing and repenting and asking for forgiveness. Patience is a tool for endurance. Don't be anxious or question God. Take the time to thank Him for His mercy and love and kindness, for all the blessings counted for. All that is counted, glory to God. Spread the gospel with meek words that's gentle. No, I don't have no regrets, because I am to be submissive and accountable for all my choices. And I myself too are still learning and growing, learning to rely on God beyond my understanding and needs. And I'm learning the do's and don'ts and repercussions. Laugh out loud. But truly, my flesh temptations, which are sins, is something that requires the whole armor of God to be able to withstand. And if we sow good, we harvest good. The blessings of the fruit is wealth, abundance, and a firm foundation to be with God and have a decent inheritance, just to be a part of Him and Him me. Ask Him to fill you with His heart desires, but be ready for change, to not look back at what was. You might not be comfortable with the requirements, the labors of suffering, leaving loved ones behind for your own purpose and calling. Certain dressing isn't allowed, and flesh habits isn't allowed, or flesh desires isn't allowed. God mentions who would choose Him, though He chose us already. He have prayers for us, teaching, govern, blessings, land, inheritance for His children. He takes care of the good and the bad, and some of us are timid through our own self-righteous. We are to analyze before judging. It's only truth should we judge. But leave it to me, no judging, because that is by the measure on. But leave it to me, no judging, because that is by the measures one should be judged. Hey, God's perfect love. Have a blessed day on purpose.